Good morning everybody. I am Dr. Uday Kumar Khan. Today I am going to discuss about the study of PE hysteresis for ferroelectric material with temperature. Basically we want to study here the hysteresis loop of a ferroelectric material for different temperature. So for that we have taken the material, ferroelectric material, which is PZT for us. This is lead, zirconate, titanate. This is called piezoelectric ceramic also. The ferroelectric material has a very special characteristics. It is called spontaneous polarization, and this spontaneous polarization reverses with the application of the electric field within a certain range of temperature. And this ferroelectric material has another very special characteristics that is called hysteresis. So this hysteresis curve can be obtained only for a ferroelectric material. So the circuit for the experiment is the following, and in this lecture I want to first discuss the theoretical aspect and circuit diagram of the experiment, and then I am going to perform the experiment here. So first we start with the circuit diagram. This is the simplified circuit for our experiment. This is called shower tower circuit, and it has one voltage part which is I have drawn in a very simplified box. So this is AC voltage having frequency 50 Hz and amplitude goes from 0 to 5 kilovolt, and this is obtained with a step up transformer with a ratio of 1:25. And then there is a bridge. So there is a voltage divider here, R1, R2. R1 is 10 mega ohm and R2 is 10 kilo ohm, and here we have sample. This PZT sample is attached here, and another we have a capacitor C which is variable, and this capacitor value can vary from 0.1 microfarad to 5 microfarad, and we can set the temperature of the sample with a temperature meter we have attached here, and there is a black box arrangement, like black body kind of arrangement we have. I'll show you during experiment. So we can start here from room temperature onwards. We can go up to something like 70-80 degrees Celsius in steps of 5 to 10 degrees Celsius. And this circuit, we have CRO here connected in the XY mode, and X signal, X probe is connected, and X signal is taken from here, and the Y signal is taken from this point. And we get the hysteresis loop for our sample at various temperature like this, where we have field along the x-axis and polarization along the y-axis. And this polarization value saturates here. This is the saturation polarization, and this is the Riemannian polarization, where electric field is 0 but polarization is there. And the field for which the PR becomes zero, remanent polarization becomes zero, that is called coercive field. And these two values can be obtained from these two formula. For remanent polarization, we have the formula PR is equal to C by A Vy0. This Vy0 is, this is the xy plane, so we can take this can be taken as y-axis, this can be taken as x-axis. So the y-intercept gives Vy0 of the hysteresis loop. And this coercive field can be obtained from this formula, where EC is equal to Vx0 R1 plus R2 by D into R1, where Vx0 is the x-intercept of the hysteresis loop. And this C is the capacitor, this one, and A is the area of the sample. For our sample, this is having diameter something like 1 centimeter, and this D is the thickness of the sample, which is in our case something like 1 millimeter. So before we go to the experiment, first I'll show you the sample. So the sample is this one. This is the PZT for us. It has thickness 1 millimeter and diameter around 1 centimeter. So this sample will be inserted here, and now we will go to the experiment. This is our experimental setup. So it has two parts. One is the circuit I showed you in the box, in the whiteboard, and this is the CRO. Okay, in this circuit, this power supply part is mostly kept within the box, and this is the power supply part, and the voltage divider part of the circuit is drawn over here, this R2, R3, and then capacitor C2, which is variable capacitor C in our circuit diagram I showed you, and the sample is kept here. This is our sample. This is kept on this metal plate, and this can be kept fixed on the metal plate, which is attached with the temperature controller, and this is spring loaded arrangement is there such that it is rigidly fixed. And the capacitor C of the circuit can be varied here like this. This can be adjusted with minimum value 0.1 microfarad and maximum 5 microfarad. And the heater can be adjusted with putting it on, and the temperature can be obtained from this temperature sensor or temperature meter here, and the voltage can be set here with this variac. So this starts from 0, and in steps of 1 kilovolt it can be taken maximum 5 kilovolt. Okay, and this sample, when we do the experiment, we keep it enclosed with this enclosure, which acts like a cavity to maintain a constant temperature. Okay, now I am going to switch on the circuit. One more thing is the signal X probe signal and Y probe signal are obtained from this, as I showed you in the board, and these are taken in this oscilloscope, which has 2 channels, and during experiment we keep it in the XY mode. Now we switch on the main here. So this temperature meter is showing some reading, it is now showing the room temperature, and the corresponding voltage is there in the voltage controller. So this is showing room temperature something like 28.9 degrees Celsius, and now our heater is kept off. This is in off mode, so we are at the room temperature. So to make this circuit on, we have the mains on, and these two display gives the current and voltage in the circuit, and current and voltage can be adjusted. I have kept the voltage here nearly 1 kilovolt in the scale, and I can adjust the current, and we have a push button here that shows the voltage. Okay, for our experiment we keep it something like 7.1 or kilovolt, and current 2.1 milliampere, and we are getting the hysteresis curve in the CRO here. And now we can adjust okay. Okay, this is okay. For room temperature, we keep the voltage something like 0.5 kilovolt and current 0.9, and we get this hysteresis curve. And so this hysteresis curve is for room temperature for our sample PZT. Now, if we want to get the hysteresis curve for some other temperature, we can increase the temperature by switching on the heater here, and then the temperature will go up, and we have to wait for a while, and then something, it was room temperature was something like 28.6 or so. Now if we want to get the hysteresis curve for something like 32 or 35 degrees Celsius, then we have to wait till the temperature reaches that value. And so it is increasing. We will take the reading at 35 degrees Celsius or so. And so for this experiment we have kept the C2 at 1 microfarad, and okay, so 35. So we are having other hysteresis loop for other temperature. So like this we can increase the, I am putting it off. So we can have the hysteresis loop for ferroelectric material for different temperature. We can go up to like 70 to 80 degrees Celsius by the heater, keeping the heater on, and this way we can study the P hysteresis for ferroelectric material at different temperature. And then we can do one more thing. We can transfer this hysteresis image and data, entire CRO data, into a PC monitor, PC or a laptop, and there we can analyze the hysteresis curve to get the x-intercept, y-intercept, etc. for our calculation, and that can be obtained for different temperature. We have studied the experiment for our sample starting from room temperature 27 degrees Celsius to 80 degrees Celsius, and whatever hysteresis loop image you have received in the, we have got in the oscilloscope, we have transferred that to the PC, and from that image we have analyzed, and what we find here, the hysteresis loop increases, the area of the hysteresis loop increases with the temperature. Area means this area I am talking about. So this area increases with the temperature, And what we find, if we change the sample, then the range of temperature also varies, for which hysteresis loop, area of the hysteresis loop increases. So the behavior of the curve and the range of temperature depends upon the sample. So it varies sample to sample. So today we have completed the whatever I wanted to say, the study of P hysteresis for ferroelectric material and the temperature variation of the hysteresis loop. So I hope you will also be able to perform the experiment in the laboratory and your students will be very happy. So thank you for watching this video.